Well, it says I'm officially live again, even though I kind of feel fucking dead. But that's a whole different story for a different day and ball game. Nope, still need these things on. Can't read the damn screen if I don't have them on. Downfall of being old and slightly blind, even though my eyes are in better shape than my 20-year-olds, because they said I have the eyes of a 20-year-old. Not sure what they're meaning. Apparently, it's not from the vision aspect. Maybe it's the reaction time. Who the fuck knows? It's not for me to tell. It's not for me to understand. If I had any clue on that, I would not be working as a CNC laser operator. Holy shit, my mustache has got more white in it. Huh. Well, that might explain why last weekend I did not get carded when I went for my daughter's 21st birthday and we had a drink together, which was funny as hell because her uncle, what up, Gravestone? Her uncle, her boyfriend, and me all went out to the bar, and I was the only one who didn't get carded, and I was slightly offended that I didn't get carded, so I showed her my ID. Who would have thought, being almost 40 and being upset that I'm now not getting carded, which consistently goes with what goes on normally, that I go to bars and I don't get fucking carded, especially all the ones in Salina. I just walk in, they're like, "Oh, he's here." And with Gravestone being here, I am going to be at the Flaw Show with Gravel and Chasing Supernova and Gravestone and Molten because, well, it's fucking Flaw and I've been wanting to see them for years. Apparently, 2024 is the year of I'm going to catch all the bands that I've been trying to see for a long period of time. Because, like, okay, granted, Lamb of God comes through fairly regularly. I haven't seen them since '07. Hey, thank you. I saw them for the first time in like 10 fucking years or longer. Saw Pantera for the first time. I saw Ritz, which was actually quite interesting being a metal dude at a rap show. But apparently, when one person said my name, saying that, "Hey, there's Redbeard the hippie," suddenly all these people start turning and they're like, "Oh, hey, I follow you." Like, oh hell, one of the rappers that was on the show, uh, Joyce Rain, I think is his name. He follows me. The guys from 308 follow me, and I've been talking to a couple of those guys. Uh, the promoter recognized me. Obviously, Bill from Slant Piece, Swift Kick 6, and Steel and Silver was there. He was working, so he knew me. Ended up talking with uh Gmo. Ah, shit. Hang on. Let me grab my notebook. Oh, where did he go? Oh, shit. Who would have thought I would actually have needed my notebook? Gmo Ski, which his set was fucking hilarious. 308, and then Jace Rain. Jace said he'd followed me. He was super excited that I was there. I ended up talking with Noble Poets. Those guys probably, I mean, obviously 308 it really impressed me, and Joyce Rain impressed me for being the locals. But Noble Poets was a touring group, and out of Noble Poets, Gmo Ski and Ritz, Noble Poets completely blew me away. I ended up recording one of their videos for. Hang on, I got all this. Other than Ritz was the only one I didn't get. Zans, they did a song called Noble Poets did a song called Zans. And when they performed it, I've seen guitar players get off stage and walk around the crowd, bass players, because nobody ever pays attention to what the fuck the bass player's doing. They're usually not even turned on. The vocalist sometimes will get him walk around. I've never seen both members of an act were out in the crowd walking around trying to get the crowd hyped up. It was and I was luckily high enough when recording it that not high like in high, but like I was up on the stairwell in at the other side. So I got this aerial view of recording Noble Poets walking around doing Zans while while it was live and both members were walking around the crowd doing their parts. Super fucking cool. That band was awesome. I highly recommend Noble Poets. Ritz, he put on a good show. There were certain things, uh, like one part that kind of rubbed me a little wrong was he said he doesn't do encores, which I get. Your van broke down in Colorado. You got stranded there for a couple days. A lot of shit. But I always feel that being an artist, even if you don't have an encore song, perform one of the ones you've already done. Like, give the fans the encore that they want. When I was in Swept Aside, we actually one time had a set where we got an encore and we'd already ran through all the material we had, and we just kind of looked at each other and we took a poll from the crowd on what song, like the louder the people were, the song was going to be which song we were going to perform again, and it ended up being Mark of the Coward. So I think it was Mark of the Coward was that night. It was either, yeah, because we ended with, I think we usually ended with Endless Nightmare, just the way that it fit and the way that it flowed into the end of the set. But like there was a level that he had that I haven't seen with a lot of the underground people, but he did put on a really good show, and he did one of my favorite songs by him, I'm Only Human. So seeing that one performed live, and the dude is actually as fast as he is on on his records. So that was a cool thing to actually see because I haven't seen a rapper live. Well, I've seen a few, like I've seen Upset and Jacob Widows and oh crap, hang on. Nicholas Grooms. I've seen those guys live and I've seen some rap metal bands live, but never seen anybody of the caliber of Ritz who can actually spit and was very impressive. And I also did this cool thing to support the artist. Yeah. So we got Gmo Ski. We got the autograph on it, as you can see there. And then we got Noble Poets with their autograph. So those two were the ones that impressed me, and their CDs were $10. So I mean, of course, I can pick up a couple CDs and play around the house, play at the house. I was not going to pay $100 for a jersey though. That I thought was a little overpriced. I mean, hell, I won't even buy a sports jersey for $100. Maybe if it's signed, depending on who signs it, I might actually do that. But yeah, it was definitely interesting, and so today I've been working on photos and videos and getting all that stuff uploaded. And while I was also trying to figure out what to do for a few hours, I was planning on going magnet fishing for the first time in a couple of years. I was feeling ornery and like I was going to do some fuckery. And when you take your tripod and you leave this cool piece that your camera screws into on the table next to your computer station where you were shooting some videos of some toy unboxings, and you leave this thing here, it makes it a little more complicated to set up a tripod and do some magnet fishing. So there was no magnet fishing, but I did find a cemetery, and I spent about 2 hours walking through it with about 1,000 photographs that I took. So on top of all the concert photos from the last 3 weeks that I still got to finish, I've almost got all the ones from Freya Fest edited. I've still got a few left to do on them. I've still got Sin and Scar that well, they weren't on Freya Fest, but they were that weekend. I still got Sin and Scar's photo I got to edit and get all those posted. And then tomorrow, being the guy who never fucking slows down because I don't think I really know how, uh, we've got Comic-Con tomorrow. So I'm meeting my oldest one at Comic-Con. My youngest two, who are 17 and 14, are going with me to Comic-Con. So we're gonna try to do some interviews there and also do photos and take photos for them because I've offered my services to them. So the way that I've been networking all of this all of this stuff, and because me and the kids are planning on like selling obvious, or my daughter who's the artist is wanting to sell some prints and get into into like some of these events. So we're working on getting it set up so we can sell prints. But I'm also like the kids understand what I'm doing is I'm using all my networking skills and with what I do to help benefit our small business because I'm gonna probably sell some photography. We're gonna sell her some of her prints and do all that stuff. So doing what I do gets us the ability to get into these things, which is a lot of work, but it hopefully is going to pay off in the long run because yeah, it's getting to the point where I want something different. I'm almost I shit, I've got less than a month till I turn 40. Apparently, most people when they get older, they start to slow down with things that they do. Apparently, I don't understand how that fucking works on slowing down because I still have way more things that are going on with everything, and I keep getting invited to more and more events, which is phenomenal knowing that uh and the parade I'm officially 40. I'm not 40 yet. Happy 40th. That might be what I have to do for my 40th. I just have to go get a 40 and drink a fucking 40. Be like, I'm 40. That's enough alcohol. Can't do 40 shots. That'd fucking kill me. But the way that I'm planning on like the cool thing about being at the other side with all the people recognizing me and my name starting to get out there more and more, obviously through multiple genres. Took a nap and ate a Big Mac. Happy birthday, Sarah Parsons? Parson. Yeah, Parsons. Got my glasses on so I can read. Happy birthday. And yeah, apparently that must be the big thing to do. And then tomorrow there's a Grand Comic Con, or not Grand Con, Tri City Con at the Fawner Park Event Center, which is looking like it's gonna be a fun thing. Kids are going with me. I'm going there, obviously taking photos. So shit, I still gotta charge all my batteries tonight. Apparently, when you go take a whole shitload of do photography and stuff, you gotta keep charging your batteries or the fuckers will die. Who would have thunk that it? So, and then I also got 2 interviews, yesterday. I did one with an artist out of Minnesota who came down to help out his cousin called Squid, Squiddd. So, we got Squid. So, I did an interview. This was his first live performance, and I recorded his live performance. So, we got all his we started getting some of his cherries popped in the music scene, or so to speak, whichever way you want to look at it that way. But yeah, apparently at 40, I am not slowing down at all. Cause yeah, I got asked to cover some more events with Good Enough Entertainment. They were intrigued in wanting me to come out to some more of their events and cover them, which is phenomenal. And if you haven't checked out Good Enough Entertainment, go ahead because they've got a ton of stuff. Like they've got some pretty massive shows. They've got one with Viserys and Ice Wrist coming up in like 4 months. They got King ISO coming up. I ended up talking with my boy from uh who's called Upset Beats, and he's got one coming up in Grand Island. It's May 5th. It's with, let's see, as I got all my cool little flyers that I had in my pocket. We have Mr. Capone E. There we go. With Upset, Trumper, Diz, Zamapri, Audie, Young Lex, King J, Hella, Hell's Flames, Big Mick, and Cypher. So that is going, where the hell is that gonna be at? Huh. It is going to be at 4th Street, Burkett. The 4th Street Burkett at 108 East 4th in Grand Island, Nebraska. Oh yeah, the Tri City Con is going to be a fun, fun time. We also April 20th because there's the Highway Creepers with over at the other side on 420. There is Cars, Trucks, Vans, Silent Live Auction, Pinstripe Panel Judge, Scooters, Live Music, Garage Build Trophies. So, like, I got asked to cover that one, which that one's going to be a cool one as well. I always like going to the car shows and stuff because it does. Sorry about that. It does give me an opportunity to see different things and expand what I do because I feel that if you only do certain things, you're going to limit yourself in your growth of what you're capable of doing. Because if I were to predominantly if I was to predominantly just do heavy metal music, there is so many bands and artists and groups that I would have missed out on seeing and partaking in the what they have going on. And also tonight at the Metal Manifesto show. Let's see. That is going to be on tonight. Uh John Cruz, who does a lot of stuff for the local music scene in the Lincoln area. That's his weekly radio show. And hopefully at some point in time I can get on there with John and do the radio show. I think that would be a blast. The only downfall is with it being a live radio station, I can't go fuck fuckity fuck 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 because then I can get in trouble and I can get them in trouble and I don't want to fucking do that. But they do have the case the metal meta look, I'm gonna be a SoundCloud rapper. But with what John does with the Metal Manifesto, they've got an upcoming show. It's 10 bands. There are some bands on there that I am looking forward to actually seeing. It's a 2-night event uh, in May. The Unhinged Hippie. All right. I hope your friend is doing better. I got the old person glasses on trying to vibe tonight. I can go with the bald ass. I didn't shower last night because I got home at like 1 in the morning and I was too damn tired and I didn't want to. Luckily, today I was smart when I did this because I knew there was no way I was going to go cover the show and then proceed to go to work today where my machine yesterday fucking broke. Hey, that's good. See, I do pay attention to all kinds of shit all over the place. So when I see people pop up, then I can refer to the things that are going on. I'm glad she's doing better, and I hope she gets to feeling better soon. And also, we'll give the Unhinged Hippie a shout out really quick because if you haven't seen the work that she does on uh on her arts and craft stuff, with the creepy little skull heads and finding roadkill and turning the bones beautiful and doing earrings and necklaces. Go check out the Unhinged Hippie. She's got a ton of awesome work that I've been following for a little while on her page, who does all kinds of badass stuff, especially when you get this random picture sent from her going, look what I found. And it's a deer head. Like, of course you found a deer head. Who else in bumfuck Egypt, Kansas would just be excited because they have a deer head? Not because they killed it, because it was roadkill. So, yeah, the collective group of people that I harbor myself around is another deer. Of course you did. Hopefully it wasn't in front of the vehicle. But like the group of people, we've got the nerds and the creative people and the arts people and the music people who I am now apparently cross genres and most recent show I went to the show with ah shit Noble Poets, Gmo Ski, 308 and oh yeah, and the sticker I bought from at Freya Fest from a kid designed this. She's about the same age as my daughter, so I ended up picking it up, put it right on my little notebook of handy dandy stuff for shows. And the people, when they saw it, thought that was the coolest thing. So they took a picture of it and sent it to her. Let's see. I want to learn how to make stickers, buttons. We're looking at figuring out how to do prints. And Jace Rain was the other artist that was on that bill. Noble Poets. I enjoyed what 308 did. I think they put on a great set. Joyce Rain put on a hell of a show. These were all first time I'd seen these performers. Ritz put on a great show. He is just as fast as he is on his records. Gmo Ski is fucking crazy as hell. And Noble Poets, by far to me, stole the show with them walking around performing one of their songs. So that's something I haven't seen. I actually didn't get a meet Ritz. He was running late and I did record 3 songs, so I am planning on at some point in time getting to them to post the videos. I've still got like another 10 fucking songs to go. And also tomorrow night is the Randy Martin Fuzz Fest at Gray's Keg. It is featuring bands Weaving Shadows, Crack Mountain, which Crack Mountain sucks, but those guys are fucking amazing. Their Viking metal stuff that they got, phenomenal. They talk shit on themselves a lot, but they're fucking awesome guys. Trillion Ton, Bislam Ships, and I think it's Stony Doom is Stony Doom is the last one. It is a benefit for a guy from shit. He played in a band on Fecht Fest, and I got the opportunity to talk to him shortly. He did a doom metal thing. He passed away earlier this year, so they're doing a benefit show for him tonight, or not tonight, tomorrow. Tomorrow night at Gray's Keg in Lincoln, Nebraska. So James Fecht is one of the other people that I need to talk about. James Fecht puts on a ton of shows in the Kearney area and is a good friend and also puts on Fecht Fest. And he's a fucking super fan. Dude is awesome as hell, puts on great shows. So if you get a chance, go check out Fecht Fest and Badass Concerts are both groups that he's associated with. And great dude, amazing guy to talk to. He'll send me random bands that like the cool thing about what I do is obviously he's going to pick the bands for his festivals and do all that, but he's sending me bands going, "Hey, have you heard these? What do you think of this band? Hey, have you heard this band? These guys are from Kansas or these guys from this area. Have you heard them?" So, being kind of on the know and knowing what bands he's talking about picking up before the show actually happens is really cool. And for some reason my computer's like freezing up and doing some goofy shit. Of course it is. I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 fucking windows opened on my on my Internet Explorer. I've got my Lightroom opened up because I'm working on the photos for Sin and Scar, and I've got my Fillmore Eddie. Oh, hey, all right. The video's still good, and I'm still dancing because I fucking can. Look like a fucking crackhead. Yep, that'll make it slow. Well, I mean, I got one computer, and well, I mean, I was looking into another one, but then it's really frustrating when you go talk to people at fucking Best Buy, and they're like, "You need a gaming computer. It's got all these fucking lights on it. I don't want all the fucking lights. I don't give a shit about the cool little fancy lights that turn all green. It increases my power bill. Fuck you and your fancy lights. Give me a computer that'll do what I need to." And they didn't like my attitude. And every time he said the fancy lights, I rolled my eyes and he called me on it. I was like, dude, I'm fucking 40. Well, my dad's this old. Well, of course your dad's this old. I don't give a shit how old your dad is. Basic needs. Yeah, I needed to edit photos, edit videos, and do live streaming. And hell, I don't even know what else I needed to do. I think that's all I needed to do because you use the phone for everything else. Inappropriate comments, inappropriate humor. We know. But yeah, it has definitely been a hell of a last 4 weeks. This is literally one of the first weekend. I think next weekend I'm not going anywhere and doing any shows that I know of yet. But at some point I kind of got to slow down on some of this because I still need to take all the time to edit all the stuff or it's never going to get done. And I also have a bunch of nature photos. Yes, I do take nature photos on top of concert photos and walking through cemetery photos. But yeah, I got almost dumped my fucking soda on me. Don't know if I can do a wet t-shirt contest on here. I don't know how well that'd work. They might frown upon it. Like you can't do live wet t-shirt contest with Pepsi. I don't know. I don't understand the rules on all this social media shit, but yeah, lately my YouTube channel has been I think yesterday I went from like or within the last 2 days, I went from like 100 or 887 to 902 in like the course of like a few days of just posting videos and shorts. And if things go the way that I hope they do over the next few days, I am going to be very close to 10,000 views for the month. And I know going into April is going to be just as fucking crazy because, well, let's see. Birthday weekend. It's a 2-day festival at Cosmic Eye Brewing Company, which is going to be on my birthday weekend. So I'm looking at going to hit that up. Uh, there's King ISO. There is Head PE coming up. There is uh, Head PE with Non-Point and Drop King or the Dropout Kings at the Bourbon. Siphon is playing with Viscerous at the Swamp the same day. King ISO is going to be in Kearney that same night on the 14th. So, and I think there's something like another one going. There's one at the 1867 Club going on. It's a benefit show with. Speaking of the next benefit show, let's see. We'll get out of that screen and we'll go to this screen. Oh, that's yeah, April 13th is like literally the day that everything is fucking flying off. That there's all kinds of shows going on. It's Blowing Chunks, River City Rejects, Crack Mountain, and Constant Revolt. It is proceeds benefit Dave Gallus, and it's $10 at the door. It's at the 1867 bar. So, like, literally that weekend is there is all kinds of shows going on. So I got to figure out if I'm going to be doing anything or what I'm going to be doing that weekend. And then there's obviously still like the 20th of April. I know of a ton of shows going on already. And yeah, it's gearing up to be a super busy year. I'm pretty sure my idea and concept of doing I wrote it all down somewhere. I need to probably rearrange my desk. Kill them little swimmers with yellow number 5. But yeah, April's looking like it's going to be gearing up. May is going to be fucking unreal if I can pull some of that, because obviously, like I said, Gravestone, Molten, Chasing Supernova, Gravel, and Flaw is going to be at Cosmic Eye Brewing Company. Then the next weekend is the benefit show for the KZUM benefit, and that'll be like number five, number five, number five that I've covered to them if I do that. So it's definitely gearing up to be an unreal, and that's not even classifying this summer. And I know with the summertime coming, the company I work for has a yearly picnic. So with the yearly picnic getting ready to happen in sometime in June, I don't know. They posted the hey, let us know and we'll get you the company shirt and do all this stuff and you can have food. And everybody's like, hey, are you going to be at it? And I was like, depends. What concert's going on that day? They're like, you don't know what concert's going on that day? Dude, my phone won't let me go into June yet. It won't even it barely lets me go into into May, if that says anything about how many events I know about or I've been invited to. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure June 8th there is something going on. I don't care if it is Pip farting on a snare drum. It's going to be more impressive than that picnic. I've been at the same company for 7 years and I have been to one of their picnics. And the one picnic that they had, I took my kids to it and they thought the food tasted like dog shit. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I have tons of better things that I could possibly be doing. And I'm not driving all the way to Grand Island on my day off if there's not a fucking concert involved or a Comic Con or uh, Comic Con, magnet fishing, metal detecting. Let's see, things that I would rather do than to drive to Grand Island and go to work. I'll take getting kicked in the head by a horse, being ran over by a car. Uh, if I'm not getting paid to be there, I'm probably not gonna make it up that way. And it just how I feel. And so oh, this is weird. It's like 5:30 on a Friday. Kids at work. House is quiet. Not sure if I don't even think I've seen my daughter come down yet or hear her come down. But I also spent like 2 hours today playing a video game, being a goddamn pirate and fucking shit up, which I need to work on a little bit more because, well, I actually enjoy the video game. But then, me being the genius that I am, I live stream it so that I can download it and then I can tear it apart and make other videos and shorts of it. So, I mean, I'm super smart when it comes to all this stuff. I still got to post videos. Obviously, my workload is nuts. I know it's the rest of the night after my podcast is done and I have finished yakking, which is we're nowhere near finished yakking yet. I know that when this is done, it's going to be straight back into photo and video editing. And since where I live does not actually have a fucking Burger King anymore because it got shut down because of like 2 pages worth of health violations. Oopsie. Maybe that's why the food was actually good. I'm pretty sure tomorrow the kids are going to want Burger King. So we might actually have to. I miss Burger King. Yeah, it had one of my ex's, let's see, one of my ex's daughter's friend who is quite the character. And yeah, Burger King in the place that I live is closed. It has been for like 6 months. One of the last days that it was open, we ended up going there not knowing it was going to be closed. And I order the food from the house, and I drive up, and she opens the window, and we see each other. And she goes, "What are you doing here?" I go, "What are you doing here?" She goes, "I work here." I'm getting food here. I'm hungry. So yeah, it was quite the no shit brainiac moment that we had. But yeah, we're gonna probably be hitting Burger King because, well, there isn't one here in Hastings. But we do have a badass Chinese restaurant at a gas station. So that is one plus that we have. And the Quiznos. There's definitely the Quiznos. That was that was one of the sole purposes of getting my daughter to move up here. When we did was I had to buy her Quiznos randomly. Ooh, making supper. I had some cheese and a bologna sandwich earlier with some pepperonis on it. I'm in the massive cooking mood, and I got home last night. And I thought there was going to be some leftovers from 2 days ago because my kids never ever eat leftovers. Which, for some odd fucking reason, this time my kids decide to actually eat the leftovers. I mean, the only time they actually ever eat the leftovers is spaghetti, which I did not make. I made these sliders with cheese, hamburger, more cheese on Hawaiian rolls. We made some sliders, and the kids never eat these. So I figured I had like 2 days, 3 days worth of food. So when I got home last night, 1 o'clock in the morning, there's not a single goddamn thing open. I didn't want any gas station food. I'm tired of gas station food. Imagine that. Me tired of gas station food. That's all I eat anymore. And like I go into the fridge and I open the fridge and I'm like, okay, I know there's three sliders left because there was three sliders when I went to work because I had one that morning. And I open up the fridge and the fucking kids ate the last goddamn three sliders. So I didn't get any food before bed. Actually, also I ate my chips too. Those little shits. Huh. Oh well, at least they're eating. I can't complain. I've been on a casserole kick. Ooh. Ooh, that actually sounds good too. All right, we're now up next for Redbeard the Hippie. We're doing cooking shows. Yeah, right. I ain't got time to do cooking shows. Be like, all right, today's cooking show. You take a piece of bread, you put your lunch meat on it, you put your condiments on it, and you put the other piece of bread and you eat. Cooking show over. Here's some ramen noodles. Throw in water, put in microwave for 5 minutes. Drain water. There you go. Honey, oh, you show offs. Honey chicken tenders with mac and cheese, tater tot casserole with chicken noodle casserole this week. And I'm over here. Most I made was sliders. And then I had a bag of chips and a candy bar yesterday. See, I'm so glad. And they're frozen. Well, oh no, I take that back. I made pizza last Sunday. So, I mean, I made 2 meals this week, kind of. And then my son was asleep while me and my daughter made pizza, and then he comes down and goes, "Hey, where's my pizza? Dude, do you want hot pizza or cold pizza?" He's like, "Well, I prefer hot." I was like, "That's why I didn't cook you one. Here's a pizza for you." And we threw it in the oven. I cooked him a pizza, and he ate the whole thing because he's a bottomless pit. Kind of like his dad. Huh. Well, some things are tend to go in his mannerisms are definitely mine. That dude's freaking hilarious. He I was driving. Okay, this is how much each kid is different, and they're really talented at something. This boy, his entire life, if he is interested in something, he can recite word for word and everything that is going on with a certain thing. He right now is infatuated with Skippity Toilet. If you have not seen Skippity Toilet, uh, you should probably go watch it. It is a very interesting TV show, but I can't say too much because they've got me watching Murder Drones and Hell of a Boss and oh fuck, Has Been Hotel. But I mean, I can't say too much because I introduced them into the world of Invader Zim. So I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. So you catch up on Has Been Hotel is up. If you are a good moral Christian whose moral compass is set to not watching anything fucked up, one, I'm not sure why you're on my channel because I say a whole bunch of fucked up shit. And two, you should not watch Has Been Hotel if you have like this. Yeah, Has Been Hotel is fucking hilarious and is definitely a very interesting show. Uh, Also, if you have small children around, I do not recommend watching Has Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss. Both of those are very fucked up TV shows. But I mean, like I said, I had my kids watching Invader Zim. So that should obviously say where my level of level of something. Oh yeah, it is not a kid show whatsoever. Actually, I think all three of those that I said are not kid shows. Not one bit. Well, Invader Zim kind of is, but not so much. It's less there is less fuckery going on. Well, fuckery and fucking going on than Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. There is a whole lot of fucking going on. And like demon fucking, which is weird. But I think we were talking about Skippity Toilet. Yeah, this boy can ramble on about all the theories on murder drones, Hell of a Boss, Has Been Hotel, Skippity Toilet, Skippity Toilet, which they're apparently coming up with a new character. And he was talking about tweets that he'd seen and oh, what was it? There's like tweets and message boards and fan theories and theories on this, and this person's getting in trouble for this, and this person's doing this, and he is talking away, which I'm amazed that he is fascinated with something as much as he is with that. So I let him talk, and I also find out a whole bunch of stuff too. But he's talking and rattling all this stuff off. All of a sudden, I'm driving. All of a sudden, shit, I missed it. He goes, what? And I also saw this tweet, like, doesn't even mention the fact that I said, shit, I missed it. Just straight goes right back into conversation of throwing my notebook at me. I'm gonna hit myself in the balls with that one. But just still just rambling on about the Skippity Toilet and the brand new leader character that they're getting that has 6 tentacles coming out of his back, and the stun gun, and see the stun gun, the two miniguns, the sword, the melee weapon. See, like I was paying attention to what he was saying, but yeah, as I was saying this, he just goes right back into his conversation. Doesn't even mention the fact that I said, "Shit, I almost hit it or I missed it," and then it finishes his train of thought and goes, "What did you miss?" There's a cemetery. I'm going back to it. So as I was talking to him, he kept cutting out because obviously in certain parts of Nebraska, there's not very good cell phone reception. So I kind of had to let him know that I needed to let him go because I couldn't hear half of what he was saying. Because it'd be like, hey, dad, there's this new, and they're really miniguns, two of them on both, and they've got a sword on the other one. Dude, you're cutting out. I don't know half of what you're talking about. So I had to let him go, and then I proceeded to walk around a cemetery for 2 hours. A lot of cool headstones. Early 1800s. I think I took about 1,000 videos or thousand videos, 1,000 pictures. It's gonna probably end up being like another 15 to 20 cemetery videos because I'm good about that. Also, Whiskey Throttle with Iron is going to be at Iron Horse Bar March 30th from 9 to 1 in Fort Branch, Indiana. See, we're getting Indiana bands. Let's see, we already did that one. Eh. Oh yeah, Evil Shadows with the Dill Pickles. If you have not seen the Dill Pickles, go check out the Dill Pickles. I actually have some live videos of theirs. They did a cover song for they did the cover version of their song for the Scooby Doo theme song, which is freaking phenomenal. And those guys always have hella great vibes and energy and just a fun band to watch. So the Dill Pickles and my phone fucking shut off, piece of shit. And the Sertoma project, they're going to be at the Phoenix Lounge, home of live music, at the Spring Bling Bunny Blast Party. What the hell? Okay, I'm not sure what the fuck kind of show Evil Shadow gets on. Spring Bling Bunny Blast Party. It's probably one of the more unique sounding concert things that I've ever heard. So yeah, they're going to be I saw a preview for an old show called The Breeze. I don't know if I heard that one. There's a lot of shows. Like let's put it this way. I started watching the Friends TV series because I've had the discs for 6 years. But like I would randomly see that show when it was on TV and I'll see like little snippets. I finally sat down and was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm starting one to the end. So when I get some free time, I'll sit down and watch a couple episodes, usually before bed, or if I'm when I'm not playing a video game before bed. It's a Sifi 2001 Sifi show. Oh, sci-fi. Huh. Oh well, Sifi sounds better. I am now calling sci-fi Sifi. If it's spelled like that, it's now a Sifi show. It's going to be my new terminology. Boy, that's going to be interesting at the Comic Con thing tomorrow. Oh, look, it's Sifi. Sir, that's sci-fi. It's Sifi. I said it's Sifi because my spelling disability says it's Sifi. So fuck you. That would probably not be the best thing. I'd probably get thrown out. My kids would be going, "Really, Dad? You told a nerd to go fuck themselves?" Yes, and I won because I beat him up later and stole his sword. See? No, I'd feel bad for beating up a nerd, especially being a nerd myself. I mean, which we also did some new videos that I've got to edit. I have Diablo characters. I got two of them, and I ended up shooting some videos for it. Uh, I got miniature Harry Potter wands, which I did a video for those too. They're miniature. And I only got one regular wand out of the four that I bought. This one's the titanium one for like I don't remember who this one was. Luna Lovegood. That's who it was. I believe. I think so. I don't know. I'll have to go check the little. Just put it in my ear. No, that thing won't fit. My ear hole's too gapingly wide for that little stick. Wait, that might. No, shit. Well, we all know those people who have that problem. And this is why I'm going to hell. I should probably repent for Easter Sunday, but I was a carpenter, so no. See, this is why having certain family members that are highly religious, why I am not allowed to be around them. And when I am told very specifically from my parents, do not be an ass. They also tell my brother, do not be an ass as well. But it doesn't always work out that way. Like when you yell at one and go, hey, trouble. And you're talking to somebody else and she turns around and goes, what? No, you're not supposed to answer to trouble. That is what me and the big goofy bastard Or supposed to answer. Oh, wait, hang on. No, I'm not supposed to call him a big goofy bastard. Uh, shit. Fuck, hang on. That guy. That's what we answer to. She goes, I'm more like you than the rest of them. Fuck. You're right. All right. There's a reason I knew you were going to give your dad gray hair and make him have male pattern baldness. And you were the one I put my money on when you were like 3. Because you were asking me all kinds of questions like the eyebrow ring and the big piercings in the ears and all the other piercings and the tattoos. You were intrigued by it. So that's why I get along with her. The other two just giggle and laugh. And then I proceed to tell them things that, like, comes to find out my cousin hates blue jays. His son's favorite bird is a blue jay. And I died laughing because, well, when you let your kids know there's certain things that they don't like, that you don't like, they usually tend to exploit those things. Like my mom, who doesn't like ah, hearing that. And I found that out years ago. So I proceed to crack my knuckles every chance I can. It doesn't bother her so much. But I do wear mismatched socks when she's around because she made that comment that irritates her and frustrates her. So me and my daughter and my kids will all wear mismatched socks just to annoy her. And we will wear, like, two of us would wear one set, like we would switch one sock. So we're wearing matching socks if we had the other one have the other sock. So we'd do stuff like that just to irritate her. Which, I mean, my kids do the exact same things to me. Why? Huh. There's a live event. Oh yeah, there's a live event tonight. Imagine is doing a live event at 8 o'clock. I don't know where the fucking thing is, but I know it's with Daniel Scott Films. Which, if you haven't checked out Daniel Scott Films, you should definitely check out Daniel Scott Films. That dude has amazing, amazing work. His videos are awesome that he's put out for bands. So big shout out to him. He's been very helpful with me when I talk to him about photography because I think he puts out amazing work and he said that he really likes seeing my work. So, I think that's really cool when other photographers and then like I met one guy last night that was shooting photos and he recognized me and we were sitting there chatting and it was really and he it was really funny because there's one moment he's like, "Okay, you got your phone?" I was like, "Yeah, of course I got my phone. I've got kids at home. Of course, my phone is on me." And he holds it. He holds this thing up, and he's like, "Okay, now go to this and take this picture." I was like, "Dude, I don't. What name do I look up on Instagram for you?" He goes, "Well, you can just take a picture." I was like, "I don't know how to do any of that shit." He's like, "How old are you?" Like, it's not so much the age, it's just there's just certain things I don't fucking care to learn how to do, and that's one of them. I will look your ass up on there. And then I found it, and then I saw his work. He does phenomenal, work. It's, let me see. Let me see. I think it's like at okay, no, I don't want that one. I need to go into Instagrammy. Let's see. Uh, Man, Instagram's interesting lately. Art by J Bob. So Jason Bob is he does photography. He's got this red beard on. Well, not on, like he's got a red beard as well. So it was cool talking to him. He does phenomenal work as well. Cause I was really enjoying talking with him before and after the show happened and during. There's also Head Charge with Nick Lytle at the Zoo Bar on Saturday. So if you're in, Lincoln's got all kinds of badass shows going on. This week there wasn't a whole lot of uh, people posting. Also at Valley Creatures tonight at the Broke Down Palace. Not really sure where the Broke Down Palace is. And there is the Midwest Outreach Project with, oh Good Lord, where is this one at? Oh, this is in Higbee, Missouri. It is a hip hop and rap Midwest outreach project. So there's Blade, Girl That, Skrook, HBK something, HBK Trio, it's Cheddar Bitch, Christopher B. Rubo, Prophet, Fat Boy Ace, and Frey Wyatt. Fat Boy Ace. That's a fucking amazing name. I want to know. I want to figure out how some of these rappers came up with their names or what they're called. Let's see. I'm getting all kinds of people are liking the stuff all of a sudden. I gotta figure out who just like this. Let's see. So apparently somebody just liked one of my photos. I don't know who that person is. Oh well. Oh, that'd be enough from that phone. Oh, thank God I didn't throw that at the cat. Threw it at the bed so I wouldn't be paying attention to it, and I can just randomly yak about whatever I want to now. Because I've done my weekly thing of saying all of the show flyers. There are a whole bunch more shows. So you can always check on Facebook in the events page in your area, unless you're like my Facebook page, who thinks my area is all over the goddamn place. It's like, hey, look, since you were in Norfolk a few weeks back, you now will get all the event updates in Norfolk or to Kearney or to Lincoln. Never any in the area that I'm actually at. Hell, the event page is like, there are events going on in your area, in Wichita, Kansas, in Topeka, Kansas. Dude, just because I cover all of the Midwest does not mean that's my fucking area. Why is my beard hair getting caught in my vape, like all the way down here? I don't know. But yeah, everybody seems like they're cooking all kinds of food. I need to figure out what to eat tonight. Now I'm hungry. You all are awesome, but suck at the same time. What do I want to eat? I'll probably just get some French fries because then I can still work on shit. And put my little plate right here, and I go and eat. And God, that did not sound like the right noise to be making to eat French fries. See, this is why I am family friendly entertainment. As long as your family is fucked up, I'm entertaining. If your family is not fucked up, I'm not very family friendly or entertaining. And you probably shouldn't be on my channel anyways, which should probably say something. Because like I said, I keep a really wide range group of people that I associate with, from the weirdos, the freaks, the guys who have penis tattoos, head tattoos. And yes, I have seen a penis tattoo in real life. I don't know why we're going into this conversation. Somebody said they had it. I looked over. By God, they had a 4-leaf clover on the top of their dick. Said at least their wife's getting lucky. He thought it was funny and then proceeded to go around and say he showed everybody his, or I saw his dick and he showed it to me. Like he's got a tattoo on it. Of course I want to see it. Man, who wouldn't want to see a tattooed penis? I mean, from a distance, not like up close and like that wasn't what it was. We're going all kinds of weird on this now. I don't know where to go with that one, so we're just gonna go ahead and leave that one alone. So let's see what else we got going on. Yeah, there's all kinds of events coming up. Tri City Con is going to be a good time. My kids are, other than I've been talking about it for like the last month that when this thing's going on. Apparently, my kids don't listen to me. Imagine that. My teenagers don't listen to me. Who would have thunk it? But they're like, "Yo, we didn't know it was this weekend." I was like, "I've been telling you for a month now. I don't remember you saying anything about it." Listen to the words coming out of my mouth, then you will hear what I am saying. Maybe if you would stop and pay attention to what I'm saying, I might actually be saying something worth a shit once in a while. Who knew? But yeah, I mean, and then we got to figure out when we're doing the Ghostbusters movie because I've yet to see it. Because when I went to go see my daughter, I got there late and ended up having to wait. Things didn't go right. I got there late. We missed the last showing of the movie. The next day, I had to get back here so I could go see, so I could be back, so my kid could go to work, and like we missed out on the movie, which was kind of a bummer. But at the same point in time, it was definitely an interesting trip, and being able to buy the kid her first legal drink. Apparently, she is not a whiskey drinker like her dad, who also has realized why he stays away from the alcohols. Ah, not so much of being the alcoholic and not being able to control it, but like I said, I was going out for one drink, and once that drink was gone, there was a whole lot of willpower that had to go in to not order another drink or not get a shot with her when they gave her a free birthday shot or finish her. Well, she let me finish her drink because she had like just a little bit left in it and wasn't wanting it. But yeah, realizing that like I can control the beast if I'm not drinking, but the moment that I start drinking, that beast is a whole lot more untamed than I had anticipated it for. But I have not had a drink since then because usually I can just sit there and like somebody will have a drink and I'll take like a sip of it and be like, ah, that's not bad. All right, here you go. But started realizing why I don't drink like I used to or drink at all really because that that person that I become is not somebody who I'm an overly big fan of because he is I don't think he realizes he's almost 40. He's been gone for a while if you can't tell. But he still thinks, yes, I'm talking in the third person about the alcoholic monster me. Uh he still thinks he's like 25 and can do this shit. He doesn't realize that he got fucking old. Exactly. Yeah. See, it's one of the well, and like I knew that I was going to have an issue with doing this, but at the same point in time, if but it was also I kept telling her I'm only doing the one drink, I'm only doing the one drink, I'm only doing the one drink, and they're like, "Well, are we gonna drink? Are we gonna pregame at the house?" I was like, "I'm not. Fuck that. Too damn old for that shit. We don't pregame. If we pregame, my ass ain't going to the bar." But yeah, kind of reminded me why I don't do those things. But also nice to kind of put myself into a situation where I got to challenge myself to see if I cannot do those things. I am not somebody who you should that should be an addiction of any kind, persona or person who says how to handle it. Not the best spokesman, not the best spokesman, spokesman, spokesperson, or spokeswoman. I had to put them all in there because remember, I do identify as a lesbian because I like pussy and I don't like dick. So have to make sure that I don't even have a beer anymore. I'm one of those people like if I'm going to drink, it is going to be hard liquor, and that's just kind of my always go to thing. But it was funny when she was trying to get me to order the drink. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck you like. Well, I don't ever. I've only drank twice. I'm like, well, shit. Kind of kid are you? Obviously, one who's responsible and mature and doesn't act like her fucking dad. That's for sure. Because by 21, I was probably pretty much a full blown alcoholic by about 18, 19, somewhere in there. Used to hit a whole lot of shows and concerts and after parties and everything. And that was kind of what I could hang with the big dogs and I could hang with the vets. So But the one thing I do know is if you're gonna go on a drinking challenge, yes, the army can fucking drink, but they are not as wild and crazy of alcoholics as the Navy. Those motherfuckers. I went on a 14-day bender with a friend when he got back from deployment. Keep in mind, he had the whole day to recover. I still had to go to work. So I spent 14 days on a bender with him. And then when he finally went back to where he was stationed at from leave, I had to take a couple days off of drinking to let my liver heal up a little bit. But yeah, the Navy can drink, the Army can drink, and those are the only two people that I've ever actually drank with because those were the only groups that my friends went into. But I haven't drank with them for a very, very long time, and there is a reason I don't drink with anybody or drink in general. So I learned my lesson. Sometimes you still got to think that you're young and realize that you're not, and you can't do these kind of things because you're too fucking old to be able to. Wow, my I didn't realize how long my beard is. Like sitting down, it's almost to my belly button. I'm almost like at Gandalf or Dumbledore level of beard. Shit, you can't even see. Is it still on the screen? Can't tell. Oh, it's all actually in the screen. I had to move my glasses down. Don't need bifocals, but once you look out from underneath the bottom of the glass, you can't. Um, hey, I do have the Elder Wand still, so I'm almost Dumbledore status. And I mean, if you read some of the backlog, one of Dumbledore's brothers was in trouble for doing stuff with goats. My brother's a redneck who I told him one Christmas I was going to buy him some Velcro gloves so those sheep wouldn't get away from him. My whole family realized at that moment in time I was a little fucked up in the head, and I was not allowed to buy him Velcro gloves for Christmas or ever. So I tried finding him a blow up sheep doll. I got told I couldn't give him that either. He was just more impressed that I was trying to find one. But yeah, that's definitely the level that of shenanigans and fuckery that I go into. So it's definitely been a hell of an interesting ride. And the ongoing joke is I'm gonna have to be sounds like my family. I've definitely realized that when I die, I'm going to have to be buried with a cutting torch because that's the only way my ass is getting into heaven is I'm gonna have to jailbreak that son of a bitch. Uh, but we keep calling my daughter the demon, so she's in charge of hell. So I at least got the inside scoop when I get there that I shouldn't be tortured near as much. But hell, all the cool people are going to hell anyways. At least all the I mean, lawyers, politicians, all of my friends. Well, there might be a few friends that don't make it down there who are believers and Christians and all that stuff. And that's perfectly fine because I don't feel that you should downgrade anybody's opinion on what they have and what their belief system is because if you downgrade somebody for that opinion, then it makes you a very shallow person and that you can't be respectful of other people's opinions. Just because I may not see eye to eye with somebody doesn't mean I can degrade their opinion or try to uh jam my opinion down their throat. One, that's called sexual assault, and you can get in a lot of trouble for that because you shouldn't be jamming anything but down anybody's throats unless you're a Cowboys fan, and that's what you're going to be getting at the end of the season every year because they choke on a dick worse than a porn star. I love using that line, and I will find any way to bring that up in any conversation. My coworkers who are Cowboys fans do not like the fact that I can bring that up into any conversation whatsoever. Which it's always fun. It's definitely interesting. Damn, it's still bright outside, and I'm actually like it's weird. I didn't work today. Just been working on the other stuff and doing some housework and doing things like that. And I'm fucking tired today. Apparently, the entire month of March Let's see, there was a concert first weekend, second weekend was Freya Fest, third weekend was kid's birthday. This weekend was concert and Comic Con. Next weekend, I think I'm gonna actually just fucking not go to any shows and just work on catching up on shit that I know of. And then April's literally just getting bombarded. May is getting bombarded. April, May, June. June is when summer concert season starts, so there's going to be more of the fest. Well, see, everybody's choking on stuff. You shouldn't try to ram that stuff down your throat. It's not good for you. See, the advantage of never knowing exactly what the fuck I'm going to say. There are those friends that everybody has that they have to warn people when they get around, because there's those friends who are like, "Hey, he's kind of shy, be nice." There's other people who are like, "Hey, she's kind of slutty when she gets drunk, you know, be nice." Be nice. What do you mean by be nice? Buy her more drinks or go home with her? Which one are you talking about being nice? How is this working? And then there's those friends where like you can't have them on speakerphone, you can't have them at family functions, you can't have them around people because you never know what kind of shit they're going to spout off. One, they're like a goddamn toddler who are going to say whatever they want, and two, they're going to come up with some of the well, they're not like a toddler on this. They're going to come up with the most fucked up shit you can possibly think of. Like somebody asked me, I was like going to church on Good Friday. I was like, yeah, I got to go. And they're like, wait, you're going to church? I was like, yeah, that guy got down off that wood and I got to go be a carpenter, stick his ass back up there. He went, holy shit, I can't hear that kind of stuff. I'm going to have to go repent for this. I was like, well, see, that's why you shouldn't ask me if I'm going to church on Good Friday. Um, I tell people I'm a toddler with a debit card, so I see nothing wrong with acting like a toddler. I mean, as long as you're not like shitting your pants and smearing it on the wall, I think it's okay to act like a toddler. Uh, most of us at a certain age, we get to the point where we can no longer speak intelligently, where we're like, hey, yeah, and they're good, and we don't know what the fuck we're saying, or we lose our train of thought, or we walk into a room and we go, what the fuck did we come in here for? Okay, I'm in the bathroom. What did I need to do in the bath? Oh, no, no, wait, hang on. No, I didn't need to brush my hair. Don't need to brush my teeth. I'm not taking a shower yet. And then you leave and you go, oh, yeah, I got to take a shit. That's right. And you go back in the bathroom and take a shit. And yes, girls take shits too. I want this to be known. I first want to say this on a live stream and a podcast. Girls fart and they also poop. I've had that motto for a while at work. It is the funniest thing right now. And one of the funniest things was like Thursday, because today's Friday and I didn't go to work. But yesterday when I went to work, they were doing some stuff and it was funny. I'm on the fork truck and I'm singing away and they go, "What are you doing?" I'm gonna do some sketchy shit, sketchy shit, sketchy shit. I'm gonna do some sketchy shit all day long. Okay, we don't need to know the kind of sketchy shit you're doing. I was like, you're involved in this sketchy shit that we're doing right now. And we're moving stuff around the shop, and he goes, oh, yeah, that's right. So I was singing the song, we're doing some sketchy shit. So, see, this is the advantage of me being at work because they'll be like, hey, we need to do this. No. What do you mean, no? Nope. I don't get paid for that. I'm not doing it. the times, uh, I also am not allowed to sing 15 bucks, little man. Put that shit in my hand. Or smoking beer, or yeah, smoking weed, doing coke. Who smokes the fatties? We smoke the fatties. Yeah, I got in trouble for that one at work. They're like, we don't need you to have these kind of drug songs on at work, but yet you listen to the rap station. So I don't know how my singing and the rap. I was like, apparently mine doesn't get censored and theirs does. Or when you walk around the shop, and this is hello to everyone, regardless of who it is. And I started that. Or we also do the clap for people when they're doing a good job. That I also started too. I take my job very, very seriously in a non-serious, fucked up manner of I love those movies. Yeah, those movies are great. They need to make some more of them. I ended up watching the third Jay and Silent Bob reboot. That one was funny as hell. But yeah, I'm usually up to no good shenanigans, fuckery, mischief, mayhem, conundrums, and all around just I'm gonna do what I want. Or like when you tell them that it's when they catch you on your phone and you tell them it's work related, and they go, "What kind of work?" "It's for my fun job." "Well, isn't this your fun job?" "No, this is not my fun job. This job pays the bills. My fun job, I can drink on the job, I can do drugs on the job, I get to meet bands, I get to talk with people, and I get to take pictures and videos. That is a fun job. This one, you guys frown on me when I drink beers or try to do drugs on the job. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I find is funny because I will smart off whatever I want to say. Uh oh, shenanigans for the kid. This could be interesting. I'm pretty sure I will hear about the shenanigans from the child, or what you're doing to the child, or for the child, or something about shenanigans and your child. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. I got to figure out what to do for Easter too. I think I might just get my kids. They're at the point where like we're not religious, but like the one year I missed Easter and didn't buy anything, everybody was all pissed off at me, which was funny as hell because it's like, where's our Easter baskets? Where's our Easter candy? What do you mean, where's your Easter candy at? You're all old enough. Well, we still want the candy. I was like, fine, fuck it. I'll just go buy you some candy. Well, why didn't we celebrate Easter? Why didn't we about Easter? Well, let's see. Here, I'll give you a quick rundown. One, we don't go to church. Two, we're not Christians. Or I'm not. I don't know what your guys' take on it is. I let them choose what they want to be. But I was like, we don't celebrate any of those holidays. We only really celebrate the pagan ones, which is like Halloween, which is the solstice one, or one of them is the harvest something. I don't remember. No, that's Sam Haines. And then we celebrate Christmas, which is like the winter solstice, and we just get presents and we put up the dead tree thing. So, I mean, it's not like we're going to church every Sunday and doing all that stuff. I mean, I'm not waking up early on a Sunday to go to church, but that's just me. That's about the one day of the week I get to actually sleep in because all the rest of them, I'm never allowed to sleep in. Because usually I got to be up at the asshole crack of dawn to do my work. And then on weekends, it shows I'm usually up at like 7 o'clock in the goddamn morning, which sucks, but it's nice at truck stops because I can get the fuck out of there and I can go walk around a cemetery and figure out how to kill 8 fucking hours before the second day of the concert. Or if you go to Wichita and you decide to uh, make a post about doing interviews, then you're driving all over fucking Wichita, Kansas, which was totally worth it because I met a whole bunch of badass bands and did all that stuff. But I'm starting to get kind of wore out and not really sure what to talk about. My brain has gotten tired. So I'm going to go work on editing photos and videos and getting stuff posted. So thank you everybody for tuning in. And we're going to wrap up this week's podcast at an hour and 18 minutes. Who would have thought I could talk for this long? Apparently my parents did. Plus, I know I can. I did 3 hours one time, which has been about the longest. And I also got to get all my batteries charged for the Tri City Con and figure out what time we're going to that. I think we might be going to it actually early in the morning because this way we can catch all the shit that we want to get before it gets picked through by everybody else in the day. And because my kids are usually up at the asshole crack of dawn on the weekends, actually, my son is up early every morning and has been his entire goddamn life. He is a morning person. My daughter, on the other hand, is a night owl. I am just a crackhead because I'm up early in the morning and I'm up till late at night. And on weekends, I flip flop my schedule where I sleep in and then I'm up all goddamn night doing stuff. So it's definitely an interesting thing. And thank you everybody for tuning in. And until next week, we shall continue this on. And remember, if you're eating mac and cheese while watching this thing, you might choke on it. So I hope everybody has a good evening, and thanks for watching.